your spirit. It's not what the fucking church says or what your parents say or what God says or what the law says, right? It's what you know is right in your heart. It's what you know is right with your intuition. And that's another thing too. We all have this feeling inside of these spider senses, if you will, our sixth sense. You know if your old man's cheating on you. You know if your old lady's cheating on you. It's a fucking given. That sense inside is always right. But not always. I say always if your mind and your body is clear. Your mind is clear. Your spirit's clear. Because what clouds that sixth sense, what clouds our judgment, it's the cloudiness comes from, well, either being drunk or on dope, on some kind of drugs. That'll definitely cloud your spider senses. But what will also cloud your spider senses is if you're not getting the correct nutritional intake for your body. And also, you know what? Your brain needs nutrition too. So, if you are living for your mind and your body and your spirit, then once you do start getting into shape, you probably want to take it to that next level. I mean, I'm sitting here looking at, if you want to take supplements for your brain, if you got to study for a test, a lot of us still like to learn and read. And for me, any kind of little interesting bullshit that I might come across or anything that I think may be life-changing, I'd like to remember it in order to tell you all about it. So I'm looking at 2 different products that I've tried, and I'll give you guys a review on them and let you know what I think. Definitely not dumber. I don't think I'm dumber from using them, but one of them is called Alpha Brain by Onnit, Onnit. I would definitely encourage you to check out the Onnit, Onnit. Not only do they have Alpha Brain, which is shown to help support memory and focus, they also have, just check out the Onnit Academy, because I do not do Onnit any justice. They have also got 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu, and I think Brendan Shop's there now doing some stuff at 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu, 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu, guys, in Austin, Texas. So Brand, the man with the plan. Hey, let me know what's up. Go check out 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu. Actually, I might come visit you, Brand, the man with the plan. And then another product I'm sitting here looking at is Irwin, IRWIN, Naturals Brain Awake. It says thinks clearly, works fast. It has one of the same ingredients that is in Onnit. It's a less expensive product. Definitely wanted to try it out because it's a less expensive product. Not that it's an inferior product, but it's one that I found at the General Nutrition Center at the mall. So Irwin Naturals Brain Awake. You might check that out. There's nootropics. They're supplements for your brain. And we shall see how all that works out, guys. So yeah, I want you all to wake up every single day and be excited. And I would encourage every single person to use that special talent that you have to your advantage. You know what I mean? Every single person has a special talent, and you've got to use it to your advantage in life. You should wake up doing what you love to do every day and become part of the creative plane. Join the creative side of things. Instead of just competing and destroying. You're going to keep up with the Joneses. You're going to go buy the Jaguar. You're going to go buy the Maserati. Then they're just going to go buy a Bentley. And then you're going to have to go buy a Rolls. And then they're going to go buy, it's going to go on and on. So what creative people do is they do not worry about the competitive plane, or compete with everybody, keeping up with the Joneses. What they do is they just continue to create things and to be happy. And not to deal with the pettiness and the bullshit of the competitive people. To be on the creative plane doesn't mean that you don't have to compete at all. It just means that you have to use your head. You know what I mean? If you're creating something, then instead of me taking an existing product and adding a bunch of bells and whistles to it in order to compete with the guy next door. Well, we'll just invent something completely different that's out of the realm of your thinking, right? And y'all can keep competing for the bullshit, and us creative people are going to keep on creating. We're not going to look back. So I would encourage you to, surround yourself with people that you would aspire to become, that do things that you would aspire to do, and to, you can't shut yourself off from the world. I had this problem in relationships before where to call her a bitch, but the bitch just wouldn't let me, I couldn't go to a fucking movie. You know what I mean? I couldn't go hang out with a buddy. And it's because she was fucking around the whole time. I didn't know that. It's pretty fucked up, but it's a fact, Jack. It's definitely a fact. I never cheated on her one time, period. I got no reason to fucking lie to you guys. So yeah, I'm just gonna, how the fuck did we get there? I don't know. But the main thing is this. If I can wake up and be excited and do what I love to do every single morning, any motherfucking body can do it. You know what I'm saying? Anyone can do it. Because I did used to wake up every morning and just be like, fuck, I gotta go chug on the company cock for as long as they tell me to. Woo! Fuck them days. Those days are behind me. Never again. And just talking a little bit about, I want all young people, young adults to use their own brain. Prime example. I put a dirt bike, a parts bike, which means it's out in the junkyard, okay? It's basically a junk motorcycle. I just want to get rid of it. So I put it on my virtual yard sale page, and it's clear. This bike it's for parts. I list in the title, it's parts bike, parts motorcycle. Super cheap. It costs less than a chain. I just want to get rid of this fucking thing. So I'll put it on there for sale, and this fucking young man, he starts sending me these questions, like asking me, what's wrong with it? Why doesn't it run? What does it need? What all does it have? Does it have a carburetor? I fucking sent him a text and said, man, you need to look at the pictures, dude. It's quite obvious by the ad, by the price, and by the photos. So this is the thing, man. This fucking kid starts asking me 72 fucking questions about this motorcycle that are clearly obvious in the ad if you look at it. So that's a problem, man. Young people, what I've found is they want something right now, super fast. And if it means that they have to use their own fucking brain for anything, then that's unheard of. You want me to look at something myself when I can ask you and you can text it back to me and I don't have to do shit? Hey, let me tell you something. Fuck that. That's not how I roll. Definitely not how I roll. If you can't use your own brain and look at my ad, and you're asking me questions that are obviously answered just by looking at this picture, then I don't have time for you. I'm not going to fuck with it at all. So that's the problem with the new old school and the new school in this world. The new old school are now the Generation Xers, and the new school, are the millennials, and younger, and definitely younger. I think the millennials, you guys still have plenty of hope, man. I got faith and trust in you guys. I like the way that the millennials have said fuck conformity whenever it comes to their workplace. If they can make money right here at their house, then why the fuck do you need me to go clock in? And that mentality is with me too. So yeah, I want all young people to use your own brain, And it's not just that one kid. That's one of the reasons why I don't put shit like that on my virtual yard sale, because stupid fucking question. I had one motorcycle that I put on and it didn't have an engine in it. It clearly had a hole. It was daylight. You can see daylight through the other side where the motor goes. Now, even you housewives can figure out that that motorcycle probably needed an engine to run. And I had motherfuckers calling me, asking me, do it run? How fast is it? What does it need? Is it inspected? I mean, all kinds of crazy shit. And it didn't even have it was a rolling chassis. It's a motorcycle frame with wheels on it. And they're asking me what the fuck did it need to run? I told them it runs. It'll go fucking 60 mile an hour downhill with you on it, pushing it. That's all it needs is a steep hill, and that motherfucker will run. Right? The one guy asked me on the motorcycle, that's what it was yesterday, what all does it need? This is an $80 fucking motorcycle frame, guys. It needs a new owner, I told him. Period. He's like, no, seriously. This when he started asking me, does that have this, that, does that have that, does that have this? Why didn't it run? Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, fuck, dude. If I charge $100 an hour to diagnose something, so how the fuck do you think, what do you think I'm going to charge you for an hour worth of your bullshit? I'm not going to deal with it. That's $15 more than I'm asking for the motherfucker. So if you're, I'm just saying, use your brain. People use your brain. And you all probably have the same thing. You probably put women's size 4 dress, blah, 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 blah. And people will probably be asking you, what size is it? What color is it? It's in the fucking ad. It's a picture of it. But this instant information at our fingertips, sometimes you got to pull back from that. Sometimes you got to say, wait a minute, let me think of this on my own and use my own judgment and use my brain and just leave the phone, the computer, whatever, wherever the fuck it is for a day, a minute, an hour, however long it takes for your brain to readjust to cognitive thinking and memory recall. You know what I mean? Because a lot of these things that you're looking up, you probably know. You remember back when you used to not have the internet and you used to say, what was that actress's name? And then, like, fucking either 10 minutes later or 5 or 6 hours later, it would be like, boop! That's right. That's right. Minnie Pearl. It was Minnie Pearl. Yeah, the one with the tag on her hat. Yeah, Minnie Pearl. But nah, I have faith in every single one of you little maniacs. And yeah, that's the whole reason for the show, man. A little bit of encouragement. Wake up. Get your little workout going. Have you a cup of coffee. Man, stay away from highly processed foods and sugar and bullshit. Life's too short. It's about time for a 26-year-old and a weekend of at the hotel room with the do not disturb sign on right now, guys. That's how I feel. Been single too long, but can't say that. It's a blessing. Because I've been in the lab with the pen and a pad trying to get this motherfucking Robcast off. You know what I'm saying? Let me check. I'll make sure I do not have any other big brain busters or any super encouraging stories for all you little maniacs. But that's we're really getting close to about all the time we've got. This takes forever to upload. And we got a little bit of a late start today, so I'm hoping it goes up while it still is in the AM. But yes, the last brain buster is the key, man. The key that I figured out is the best thing that you can do for this earth. For the people that love you, the people around you, or the people that you're trying to get away from, is to make the most out of yourself. It's the best thing you can do for everything around you. And with that being said, then you have to be happy with you. You have to be happy with your mind, your body, and your spirit. And you cannot let other people impose their will upon you. Nor should you impose your will on other people, guys. That's weakness. It's the number one sign of weakness right there. You have to have a strong will. And you've got to be happy with you. And that's why I say every single person should wake up using their special talents that they have, doing what they love to do, being creative, It'll make the world a better place. So right now we have about